Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Asian Report for the 10th of January. So we're looking at this particular trend here, and I can see that it's still got further to go in terms of 1 and 2 here, and looking for the third wave of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and going up for 5 here. So we can expect a higher move here, then a wave 4 here, then a wave 5 here. The little red line through here is just all the tops. There's another one over here as well. So we can expect a bit of a dance in this particular area here, but we're still expecting to see more upside to come. It'll be driven by the resource sector and also hopefully the banks as well. So it'll help if both of those sectors are moving in this direction. We'll probably go long on Rio today. We went long on CBA yesterday, and we'll go long on Rio today as a bit of a hedge as well for that CBA position. So let's go ahead and have a little look at this here. We are trading long at the moment, and we can also go long again today as well, now-ish. So this move across here is actually corrective, and it is a fourth wave. So we could look at this here as wave 1 here and 2 here and 3 and 4 here. Well, 4 could be across here further. We'll look at that in a moment. But yeah, we should see a move up. So we really want to stay long for Friday session and probably Monday as well. So a trailing stop up here may go up higher through here. When this moves up here somewhere, it will come back and retest this level, this consolidation in here as well. So be mindful of that. We can move our stop here for the time being. We can move it right up under there if you wanted to. Perhaps we'll just leave it here for the time being. But this trade that you put in here, we can start a trailing stop on that one there. So we can just go in under there for that. That will push higher from that point. Let's just check out the tick chart for this for a moment. Okay, just bear with me. Just looking for some labeling of the right degree here, so I might have to get it over here somewhere. So I've got the right labeling here. We've got a nice little 5 waves up here, as you can see. So this is corrective either to this point or this point here. And then we'll be looking for wave 3 up here, wave 4 and wave 5, maybe even take us a little bit higher here. Just expecting it to, continue to move up. If I can just also and this wave 4 here will probably come back to and test this here at some point. So just be a little bit mindful that you want to see a clear 5 wave structure, probably up a little bit higher. Normally it stays within group 1, as you know, but looking at the size of wave 1 here, we're likely to see it move higher from that, and also being Friday and Monday as well. Just want to put across Rio here for a moment. I was going to go along on this yesterday, but I just thought we'll just go one at a time. But this move down here should be corrective because of this move come back up here and overlapped these guys here. So we should see Rio, we can see it now starting to build here in terms of 1 and 2 and 3 here. So we can go into this and it should move higher. Let me just have a look at iron ore from. Okay, this is just iron ore here on the daily chart. One of the good things here now, we may not have our timing just right just yet, but from this low here, we can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up here. So we'll probably, not that Rio has to do this as well, it can be doing its own thing, but what I do want to point out is that the fact is that this situation here will see further upside here for this. So I'd have to work out what this is here, but it's probably topped out. But in a nutshell, we should see an ABC here and then another 5 waves up here. Will it go past this A, B, and C here? I'll need to take a look at that. I need to tune back into that. But we'll certainly get this one here, which will take, and it might make Rio a little bit more. I think it's going to stay here actually. So, especially if we get those 5 waves, I've got to be a little bit careful. We might end up with an A wave to here, an A, B, and C wave to this point, and then back down through here for that. Where's the 61.8% on this one here? So we're working through that 61.8% now. Do we go in or don't we? That's the question. I'll need to consider that. I'll check on a few other things, but just to tune back in with everything, the main point here is that iron ore is developing 5 waves up here. So that means that after some type of corrective move, we're going to see another 5 waves up. So we're going to have that. There's a positive thing that we're looking at here. Okay, I want to move on to Hong Kong. So I'll just check out China again. We're tuning into China. China hasn't moved much, but we were looking at this here as being the corrective move here. And it does appear that we're developing the 5 wave structure through here now. So this sideways movement here, we'll see a pop in price here to the upside, which will take it through that resistance level there, and then it will come back and check it as support. So we're not going to be missing much here, but it will pop up through here. Get these tools working. So we should see there'll be something like 1 and 2 in here, and 3 and 4 and 5 in here, and then some type of corrective move, and then we're going to be seeing that move up there. So it's still looking better every day now. So I mean, this is just going to help us with Hong Kong. So looking at Hong Kong here, which I haven't looked at yet. Okay, same thing. So yeah, we talked about this yesterday, so that's cool. So we're just waiting for the top to come in here and pull back from that point. So yeah, we're only chasing the market if we go in, you know. So we're just going to wait for this. So we've still got this to go further to the upside there. So I'll just move those out the way. We still need that's going to go up here further. You could trade it up if you wanted to, but we've still got to get that. Still got to get this pullback happening here. So this is where we need to be in at that point, you know. Just get rid of this. And it sorts out a few other problems as well if we wait for the right setup. Just as I probably mentioned before, this move down here can be you know, like an A wave to here, then an A and a B and a C wave up to here. I don't think it's the case because it's coming quite high here. So we just have to wait for it to pull back a little bit. Let me just, this is it on the hourly chart here. You can go long here, I mean, because this level here is 28,500. So normally we put that on the top there, then we'd bring it down to the next one here. So we can put it on that top there, shall we? This is just a thin line, so it's half a trade. So it's just a small position, and the target is the next level here at the 28 here. I think there was a gap over here, wasn't there? So I'll just check on that 4-hour chart. No, it must be another market I was considering. So if you want to take a small position in here and use a trailing stop to take it higher here. But just remember that you're at the end of the trend, not the beginning. You know, we should have been entering down here for this. So Yeah, if that gets triggered, then bring the stop to here and then just trail the stop up and get up there a little bit higher. The other main point here, I guess, is that between 500 and 800 here, the 650 is the important level here that's going to play out here. So just be mindful, this is going to be time spent there. So give it a bit of space there. And you may even want to take a bit of profit just above that. In fact, that would probably be a good idea if you're going to intraday trade that. So 28. Yeah, I just set that on the, just take some at 650 there and just lessen the risk a little bit. And let's move on to India. Okay, so I'll just go back to the daily chart here. I'm just looking at this topping process here. I think we're still bullish here. We just need to be, I just want to explain something here, is that yes, from the top here we've got 5 waves down here. Well, it appears to be a reasonable 5 waves here. It doesn't really give us a nice finish here for 5 waves in the 5th wave here, but overall it's quite good. This period in through here was a bit sort of light on, you know, from Christmas and so on, New Year's and so on. And I had counted this up here as 1 and 2 and 3 here, an A and a B and a C for wave 4 and up for wave 5, and that's okay. But it's also possible, if I can just borrow these here, I mean, we just got to look at everything, you know, just so we're just aware. It may be possible that we've got this down here as 1 and 2. No, that's not quite right here. But what I was also thinking is having this. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm trying to say. I mean, we don't normally see an expanded flat correction in a wave 1 and 2. I have seen it before. You get it in FX a lot. So it does. I mean, in the books it doesn't occur, you know. But I've been around, you know, since the 80s, so I've seen it. So it's quite possible here, because one of the things here is that I think that we need to, you know, also look. The reason I'm saying this for is because it wouldn't be nice if this just kept on going up through here and turned into a bullish market, you know. So we kind of got to look at this here. You know, are we getting an impulse wave in all of this here rather than a corrective wave in all of this? So that's what I was kind of thinking. So I want to sort of view this in both ways, as corrective and impulsive. So just on the hourly chart here, as we've said before, it counts nicely down as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here and 5 here. And we traded down from here, brought the stop to here, took our profit at 11.9. I was a little bit late in getting back in because I'm not there all the time with this, but we entered here. We've got a stop here. We can bring this stop up. Well, I'll bring it up anyway. We took profit on this trade here from here to 12,200 here, and it's at the 61.8% now. So we would expect it to, well, do 2 things here. 3 things it can do. first of all, we'd just expect it to stall here because of the large number and also the 61.8% mark, and that would be backed up by the consolidations that we've had over here. They mirror, markets have memories in that sense. So we'd expect it to spend some time here. But as a you know, if we looked at this down here as 5 waves down here, and this is a 61.8%, yes, it can go higher. It doesn't have, you know, it can go to the next fib number and so on and so on. But it's starting to, you know, look like an impulse wave up through here. So I just wanted to show you that on the 15-minute chart, and it's just something that... So from the low here, we can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know this move here is impulsive. So we've got 1 and 2 here. And then I haven't figured all this out through here, but it's definitely wave 1 and 2 in here, and 3 and 4 to here, or even wave 4 to here, which would probably be better. Logically, it'd be better over here. But in here, I just see a little sort of nice impulse wave in this section here. So I'll just want to chill on that for a moment. And I haven't had time to pull this apart. This is on a 15-minute chart. I haven't had time to pull it apart on a tick chart just yet. But it does appear that we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here. Wave 3 is a little bit short. I understand that, but it also can be up for wave 1 here, back for wave 2, up for 1, back for 2, and then a third wave starting up of wave 1 here and wave 2 here and wave 3 here, wave 4 here. And if it doesn't pull back further here, because this here should pull back further into this space here, and then move up for this wave 4. But if it doesn't do that, then we would look at this here, 1 and 2 and 3 here. So wave 4 would pull back to, if it, let's just say that for a moment this market moves up from here, right? Then this would be the 38.2% retracement level. So it would make this one here as 1 and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here and 5 here for this move here. Copy that and put that here. Yeah, so so if we continue to move, normally what I do with the this is where the trading levels comes in quite nicely, because we know that if we get support on, I know it's probably a little bit late, but 12,000 is the closest largest number, and then we go 1, 2 and 3, which is group 1. If we get a tested support on here, then we know that we're going to be pushing up to 5 at that point. So at least in the future we could trade from here to here in that, and we would expect, you know, if this market moves up here, then we would expect, you know, a correction, a larger correction across this level here before pushing up higher through here. So so this would become our trade over at this point here. But I'm thinking, you know, should we start building in now on this? That was one of the things. So we could move this up to here, and we could take, we'll leave that one there. We'll just take a smaller position here. We'll just configure this to a small position here. And let's just take that high here, right? And then this, first of all, this may drop through here. It may drop through here a bit and then push up, all right? But we can still take that high. And you may be able to get a better position in here, because if it's going to fail, this is where it's going to fail from. But if it pushes higher, we kind of need to build into it. We don't want to be, you know, we don't want the FOMO, the fear of missing out, so to speak. So what we need to do in that case is we need to get our position sizing right, so we're not worried to get into the trade and not worried once we're in the trade. And we can just build in with the view of, because if the market comes up to here, I'm quite sure that it's going to continue higher from that point. Yeah. Okay, look, it's in this case here, it's just really a matter of taking the next logical step, and that's what we're going to do here. So look, you may even get a better position because we're looking going long above the top here. Then we're going to bring it down to this position here. So that's, I'll just go back to that point there. I've got that there anyway, so that's all cool. But you might even get a better position than that. But let's just see if it, sorry for waffling on. If it drops down here, okay, then you can move that down to that one. So I'll just put that down here, there. The only reason you'd go long here right now is that if you took, I'll show you how to do that. What's that 15-minute thing here? So the way we do that is take that and that there, and this is our 50-60% retracement level here. If it's going to fail, this is where it's going to fail from. So what we need to see is, get rid of this here, is we know that that's the zone. We move to the closest largest number, which is 35, finishing on 35. 5 is the second strongest number. So if we see support on top of that, so the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and some type of little correction here that's not working out very well, then you'd go onto these highs here and go long here. Okay, you could even add on top of the 40 with the same sort of pattern here. Okay, so that's the way you can build in a bit long, because if this is going to fail, this is where it's going to fail from. Okay, so you need that, you need to be solid on that failing point there. Yeah, okay, that's it. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the weekend. Cheers.
Report unless it's done.
Really?
They're sorting out some flights.